What's up, guys? Tukey here, back again. This is Rebuilding Hockey Town, and to say that I'm a tad bit nervous would be an understatement. It's been a while. And no, not that song, but it's been a while since we found success in this series. And for the past 2 years, we've been eliminated in I think the last year, 2 years ago was the second round as well. Basically, Montreal has been handing our asses to us over the past few years. Thankfully, they're not in the postseason, but we're not exactly up to the level that we've been in years past, which is pretty brutal. We seemed like a lock to win the division title yet again, only to finish in third. And we'll now play the Toronto Maple Leafs in the first round. We're also dealing with an injury, as if the self-doubt wasn't enough, as one of our top players, Harold Wall, is currently out. And to be honest, I don't remember for how long, and I don't really care. But missing a 91 overall player at this point in the season certainly hurts. But we do still have Harold Van Katterson, 92 overall goaltender. Our defense is fully healthy. We are going with some experimental lines to start off. Needless to say, the top six is just absurd. But that bottom six is looking questionable for the first time in a while. We have the kind of defensive/physical third line with Enroth, Edmonds, and Hamhusen. Actually, Kenny Edmonds should be the right wing. I don't know how this is going to go. You'd like to think a team with this much talent is too big to fail in a way, but we've thought that for the past 4 seasons now, or however long it's been since we've won the Cup. It's been a long time. Hopefully this is the year, though, that we finally live up to our potential. We will find out if that is the case. So let's do this. What are we up against in the form of the Maple Leafs? 96, 92, and 88 for the ratings. Of course, Auston Matthews is still very clearly their captain. Or not their captain, but their best player at least. He's an alternate. Did I just hit start game? Why did that happen? I hit over twice, and it didn't go anywhere. Well, that's just great. Am I going to dashboard? No. If it means I have to sim the game, sure, I'll do it. The hell, EA, and your laggy-ass menus. If it sims the rest of the game, so be it. God damn it. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave this in. Because at this point, it's such just on a new level of fail that we're not even going to see the result of the playoff game. We're not even going to sim it. We know that we won, clearly. If you look down in the Eastern Conference bracket, we at least won. That's great. But having to re-edit all the lines and all of that shit, I'm not even going to bother. Plus, we won the game 5-1. So why would I restart? So there you go. The most anticlimactic playoff game we have ever had in one of my series. Just bravo. Anyway, can we now take a look at the Leafs team that we are leading 1-0 in the series? That would be great. If the menu would like to not lag. See, that time there was no issue. I hit the button 2 to 3 times. The other time it wouldn't go over. Anyway. At least we won 5-1. If we lost, I would have restarted. That's right, now I remember. We knew they had Auston Matthews. We knew that they had Eli Tolvanen. I think it's Ellie, perhaps. But Tolvanen, who ripped the NHL apart with 68 goals and 98 points in the regular season. So having to deal with him is going to be quite the problem. Auston Matthews, a 96 overall, only 30 years old, and Mitch Marner is a 90. That's, oh boy. Carl Grundstrom's a 91, right? You couldn't do that for us in a Nation United, could you? You filthy Swede, and not in a good way. Speaking of filthy Swedes, William Nylander's a 90 with Antoine Waked or Waked. Who knows? On the second line. Third line, we have Kirby Reichel with Sean Couturier and Michel Beaulieu. Aren't you French? And Rich Cavallo, a former player of ours drafted by New Jersey, but a former player of ours on their fourth line with Oliver Burkhoff and Hugo Lemereau. On defense, Morgan Riley with Artem Manulin, a star of draft glory, of course. Andrew Nielsen is with Connor Carrick. And the third pairing, again, a former defenseman of ours. It is Lance Delmas with Brady Shea. So the defense, the second and third pairing, I mean, really, aside from Morgan Riley, they don't have that big-time game changer, which I will regret saying that. I will regret saying that sooner rather than later, when one of those defensemen gets a hat trick, if not all 5 of them. Quick swig of water, it is hot as hell in this room. Calvin Pickard is their starter, with Kyle Guerrero as the backup. They do have 3 scratched players: Martin Marincin, Johan Halvertson, and Jesse Miller. As stacked as our team is, their top 5 players are beyond dangerous, considering how often do you see an AI GM build a team? Granted, all 4 players are on the Maple Leafs to begin the series, so it's very easy for them to be re-signed. But how often do you see a goddamn AI run team with 4 90 overall players? It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Except until now. And I have to admit, I'm pretty nervous to start the sim here because we won the first game 5-1. So I kind of don't want... I really should have checked to see who scored. I could have looked at the stats, but you know what? It's in the past. It's in the past. First period of Game 2 here in Toronto. Can we please be as successful with this sim type as we were with the accidental sim of the first game? First period gets started off on the right foot. Connor McDavid, 4:56 into the first period. Gets the only goal of the first, scoring on Pickard. Second period, can we add to the lead? We can. Owen Tippett, the top line, getting it done. We're up 2-0. I don't want to say anything about the Leafs in any way, positive or negative, so I won't. I don't need to jinx it. We'll just start the third period. It's looking much better after that goal. Sylvain Rouleau. Sylvain, man. That name, it doesn't happen. I can't keep track of this. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the fact that we're up 5-1. And we'll recap this once we get to the end of the game. And speaking of, back-to-back 5-1 victories. That third period, Sylvain, he made it 3-0. Jean Couturier ruins the shutout. And then immediately, Nico Hischier and Rasmus Dahlin again made it 5-1. I cannot begin to explain how we've outscored their team by the score of 10-2 over the first 2 games of the series. I mean, Harold Van Katterson's obviously a big part of the reason. Oh, Tippett, Nico Hischier, 3-point nights apiece. 5-2. Or 10-2. 5-1 over both games. We are dominating an offense that had a 68 goal scorer in the regular season. Now, am I confident at this stage? Absolutely not, because we've seen crazy things happen in the past. So I can't claim to be all that confident. But I'd like to think good things are going to continue to happen. It is Game 3. We are in Detroit on home ice. Let's find out, man. What's going to happen? Can we take that commanding 3-0 series lead? First period is scoreless. Well, that's exciting. Second period is not. That is exciting. No sarcasm this time. Magnus Lilia and Rasmus Dahlin make it 2-0. 23 saves so far for Van Katterson. 20 minutes to go. That's all I can say. I can't take a shot at the Leafs just yet. Until it's guaranteed that we have sealed this series, I refuse to insult them in any possible way because the game will make me pay for it. Boulerice makes it 3 halfway through the third period. Power play opportunity for us. I can't say anything. I can't say anything negative that could lead to this game saying, hey, guess what? You're done for. We've outscored them 14-2 over 3 games. 14-2. I'm just going to throw that out there. 30 save shutout for Venkateshin in Game 3. And I can't hype it up by saying, oh, if this happens, or oh, if that happens, because I'm afraid of what might happen. I can state a fact, though. We have a 3-0 series lead. Again, after outscoring them 14-2 over 3 games. Unfortunately, the Grand Rapids Griffins will again miss the playoffs as their dynasty has ended. We can say that for sure at this point. I'm going to jump right into Game 4. We are going to hope for the best. Again, against a team that has a 68-goal scorer. We limped into the playoffs, missing out on a division title. Oh my God. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. Game 4. I shouldn't be this nervous when we have a 3-0 series lead. Again, EA, calm down. I'm just stating a fact. First period. That's not terrible. Enroth gets the opening goal. William Nylander ties it. And then Sylvan restores that lead. We're up 2-1 at the end of the first. Second period is scoreless. We've held them to 10 shots. EA, I'm not saying anything about Toronto, don't worry. Just stating a fact. Third period, again, another fact. The potential to end this series, I'm not saying we will, I'm not saying we won't. Please win this series. I beg you. Please. Not just win this series. I started to hint towards the sweep, and Reichel scored immediately. That's what happens. That's what happens. And because of it, we're going to overtime. It's my own fault. It's my own fault. The second I referenced potentially winning this series, potentially sweeping this series, Kirby Reichel scores. And for the first time in this series, it took them 4 games. Again, just stating a fact, EA, calm down. They've scored more than 1 goal. Overtime. The potential to end this series in 4 games. I just jinxed it. Let's go. Will it end quickly as it loves to do? It will. And it's a former player of ours who gets the OT winner. 45 shots to 22. You could argue the one game that we definitely should have won. And that happens. And that happens. No sweep. And that's fine. Calvin Pickard, your first star of the game. That EA voodoo, man. Every time. Never doubt never doubt this game. And it's goddamn voodoo. The question is, will Harold Wall be 100% for this next game? I didn't expect the sweep. I didn't expect to be up 3-0 in this series. But to lose a game in overtime and have it be a former player that scores, and apparently it's Rouleau, although I'm being told that in the Twitch chat, and again, this is going up on YouTube, so blah, blah, blah. I've pronounced it that way before, and people still tell me I'm wrong, so I've given up on trying to pronounce Sylvan. It's why I traded him in the first place, but then he turned into an absolute monster of a player, and I had no choice but to bring him back. That's how it works. Game 5. In Toronto. Can we end the series right here and right now? Let's find out. Not looking forward to this. First period is scoreless. Exciting. Second period. Also exciting. Great. We are scoreless heading into the third period. Please, let's not. And let's just score this. We scored 14 goals in 3 games. Don't have the offense die out now before we cross the finish line. This would be like literally tripping, falling flat on your face at the finish line with like still have like your hairs brushing up against the actual finish line. Please get a power play goal. Damn it. Lilia scored though. I know I didn't reference it that well, fucking Tolvanen. Oh my God, we're going to overtime again. I just tried to keep going and not even reference the fact that we scored, trying to overcome the EA voodoo. And it didn't work. Tolvanen gets potentially his first goal of the postseason. We don't know if he scored in that first game. Overtime for the second consecutive game. Please end this series now. Overtime in Game 5 would end. Oh my God. I just. Just give me a minute. Just, no, it's fine. It's fine. Just give me a minute. You know what? I'm gonna take a sip of water. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm fine. It's fine. We're all fine. We're all fine. There's no EA voodoo here. I'll take another swig of water really quick. Okay. So we were up 3-0 in this series. And again, EA just stating facts. We have lost back-to-back games in overtime with the OT winner. With the OT winner coming from a former player of ours who could barely produce at the AHL level, if I'm remembering correctly, Rich Cavallo. We're now going back to Detroit for Game 6. And I am, oh my God. If we don't make it past Toronto, that might be the end. That might be the end of this series. Even though we've yet to see the full potential of Stan Dundas, that might be the end if we blow this. That might be the end. Wow. I'm going to go see if Harold Wall's fully healthy. I'm going to go see if Harold Wall is fully healthy. He's not, so we're still without a 91 overall player. The fourth line hasn't done a damn thing. The third line's been all right. Second line's been all right. First line's been all right, but not tremendous. So, yeah, Connor, you're getting dropped. Flat out. First pairing's been all right. Second pairing's been all right. Third pairing's been all right. Fucking hell. Game 6. And here I was thinking to myself, I'm going to have to play the second round so that the episode's longer so that people don't automatically assume, oh, there's a sweep in this series because it's like an 8-minute video. That crossed my mind. We're going to Game 6. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. First period. That helps a bit. There's still a long way to go. Magnus Ilya gets the opening goal. That helps. We need more, though. Just a few. Just a few more. Second period is scoreless. For the love of just everybody. Please. Please win this. We can't go to Game 7 back in Toronto. We can't. Come on. Come on. I forgot to set. I was wondering why the clock was going so slow. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Please. I beg of you. Ham Hughes, the third/fourth liner, makes it 2. Come on. Come on. Just get past the first round. Please. I think we're good. I thought they scored. Malkin the empty netter, and finally, we're able to dispatch of the Toronto Maple Leafs. They decided to scare the absolute shit out of me. All of it. But we are going back to the second round. Van Kadishin with his second shutout of the 6-game series. And the Red Wings are moving on. It's a great day for America. We are moving on. Wow. So again, to outscore them 14-2 over the first 3 games, but have it go to 6 was quite concerning, I would say. And actually, here, let's go look at the team stats. I mean, we're playing. I actually don't even know who we're playing. It would be Pittsburgh, right? Unless it gets reseeded. I think we're playing Pittsburgh in the next round because New York would have been in the Atlantic bracket. So it's going to be New Jersey, Buffalo, and us in Pittsburgh, I do believe. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if it was just the 1 through 8th seed again. So much more simple. But let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. As we scored 20 goals in 6 games. In fairness, New Jersey had 20-5. Only 7 goals against, though. The best defense, the best goaltending, but we still went to 6 games. We had the second best. We were almost tied with Anaheim for the power play, and our PK was perfect. How did that series go to 6 games? I don't understand it. I cannot comprehend how we ended up going to 6 games. That should have been. Oh, that should have been just so much less stress. The good news is Magnus Lilia is performing at a high level, which is good. Connor McDavid, 4 points in 6 games isn't terrible. I guess we just happened to use up all that goal scoring in the first couple of games. But as far as points go, we had 3 players that were without a point. Our entire third pairing defense and Trent Celios, who of course has been on the 4th line. So I'm not all that surprised, but damn. All right, you know what? Let's figure it out. Who are we playing in the next round? Is it New Jersey? Is it Pittsburgh? I could assume it's New Jersey because our team is next to them, but also with reseeding, I don't know. So who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And it is the Devils. Okay, well I'll keep track of that next time, knowing that whoever you're next to on the bracket is who you are playing. And BP Perrine, you were right, buddy. You were right. So congratulations. So we play the Devils in the next round. The next round, which unfortunately won't be happening until the next episode. Unfortunately. I do say unfortunately, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't know how I feel about this episode in general, though. That's the problem. That is the problem. Couldn't hold off that burp. The good news is Harold Wall will be back. He is at 100%. But going to 6 games against Toronto, knowing we haven't been past the second round in a few seasons, I'm concerned. We'll see what we're up against. We will see what we are up against in the next round. In the form of the New Jersey Devils, we will check at the start of the next episode. But again, for now, I'm going to take my victory and I'm going to hightail it because I haven't been doing that as of late. So again, if you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We are not done yet. But if you are watching on YouTube, this is the end of the road. Not really. It's an intersection. We're going forward. Or we're taking a left straight to the end of this series if we lose in the next round. We have to find success. This team is built for it. The ratings kind of prove that. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can return to next episode with a little bit of optimism. So again, if you're on Twitch, stick around. If you're on YouTube, you know what to do to support the channel and to stay, subscribed and all that shit. You know how to make sure you find my content. There's subscribing. There's the notification squad. I dropped my controller. You can follow me on Twitter. You know all that shit. So I'm going to stop rambling. And I'm going to end this episode as I pick up my controller. So the audio is probably weird. Anyway, thank you for watching. And goodbye.